So the topic of this short video is essay conclusions. I have so many students that are like amazing at writing the essay and then they get to the end and they're just like, don't know what to do here, I'm just gonna finish it. And sometimes they don't even write conclusions. Sometimes they just like repeat very boring things that are not the kind of main point of their essay. And sometimes they just sort of panic and make new points and just kind of chuck everything that they couldn't find time for in the normal essay into the conclusion, like it's, you know, here's all this stuff I didn't have time for. All of those are not good ways to do your conclusion. So if you're someone who does any of those or all of those, stop now, never do it again. Instead, what you need to do is summarize. So the point of a conclusion from the point of view of the reader of your essay, which is always what you should think of when you're writing an essay, because it's kind of about like your examiner. Are they going to mark you well or not? Are they going to understand your ideas or not? So the best thing that a conclusion does is it gives you a chance again to show your thought process and how much you engaged with this story or the text, how much you really thought about this question, and what your biggest, strongest, most kind of positive and confident ideas are. So I actually, when I'm writing an essay in an exam time condition, I won't actually go through and read after my conclusion. I'll read before my conclusion. So I'll be writing like crazy, my hands all cramped up. I've written like 1,000,000 pages of nonsense. And before I actually summarize, before I put my summary and my conclusion, I'll go, right, I'm gonna edit and check and proofread, go through the whole essay again, skim read it and just make sure that my grammar's right, my punctuation's right, all that kind of stuff. And as I'm doing that, I'll pick up on, oh, actually, this is a decent point. You're thinking all right here, Natasha, well done. Or yeah, you actually expressed that one quite well. Make a mental note of those things that you're proud of in your essay, the things that you did well, the things that you think worked, or maybe your most sensitive, complex and interesting personal ideas. Once you sort of catalogue those, so you go down, you're like, I've got 4 really good ideas here. And I've also got my thesis, my argument that I outlined in my introduction. So I'm gonna take these 4 really good points that I did, I'm gonna take my argument again, and I'm gonna just condense those and summarize those in a couple of sentences, like maybe 3 sentences in the conclusion. So that's all you really need to do. And the idea is if I got lost or I was reading your essay, I got lost or I didn't quite understand what you meant the first time round, it gives you a second chance to just showcase all of your cleverness, how great you are and how well you engage with your subject and how hard you tried and all that kind of stuff. So it's like a second chance. It's an opportunity to showcase all of your strongest ideas again. And also, if you're really, going for advanced essay writing, it's also an opportunity to modify or slightly adapt your thesis. So maybe your thesis was quite basic in the intro and it seemed kind of simple. And by the time you've actually explored all these thoughts, you've got a more interesting idea on that now, something that's a development of what you did in the intro. You can put that in the conclusion for extra points. So you can be like, now that I've thought about it, my original thesis is correct, but I also have this extra thing that I'm gonna add in there just for even more kind of elegance to my essay. So yeah, that's about it really. It's a summary of your main ideas. Don't put anything else in your conclusion. Occasionally, if you're really going for flourish, you can end on a quote or something like that, but don't do that until you're really confident with the main basic ideas of a conclusion.